I think it's the greatest system in the world. I can't imagine doing anything else except being involved with the law.
If he were here and you could ask him which cases were the most important, he would probably say,
there aren't any small cases, Glenn. I found that out a long time ago. They're always important to somebody.
And he made sure that no one was going to be disregarded because they were the little person, as he would say, versus the giant government.
He wanted jurors to feel like their time was well spent, like they had performed a valuable public service, which he absolutely believed.
He was very committed to the notion that justice delayed is justice denied.
He realized that the judiciary was a third equal branch, equal in many ways to the executive and to the legislature.
The judge sort of was living and breathing judicial independence.
Judge Merhige was answerable to the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals. And the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals, it was by far in his lifetime the most conservative circuit of the 12 federal judicial circuits.
If I had a case that needed adjudication, because especially about the U.S. Constitution, there was no judge I wanted to be in front of before him.
He took the Supreme Court's words very seriously about the Constitution does not stop at the prison doors.
I didn't get fooled very often. Not because I was so bright, but because lawyers understand their responsibility and they were honest.
he had a series of cases where he entered orders that required crosstown busing of students as a mechanism for integrating the schools.
My own child, when she turned 5, would be put on a bus, being taken all the way across town.
That was the issue he was dealing with. That is, how do we dismantle the segregation?
Not my child. Tiger mother erupted and said, there's no way.
I am convinced that had it not been for what he did, there would have been no other way to achieve it.
And no judge ever twisted arms harder than Bob Merhige for a settlement. He was notorious for that.
He was a courtroom management judge extraordinaire. Lawyers love to be before him for those reasons.
You know, if a lawyer says anything in a court, it ought to be important. And if it's important, then he ought to be the center of attention. And if it's not important, he ought not to say it.
He was in great part a part of the establishment in Richmond, and he got along even when he decided against them, and he made some decisions which drove them crazy. The school decisions, Rap Brown, the prison decisions, UVA. I mean, they all said Jefferson rolled over in his grave.
I think our bench would be much, much stronger today if there were more Judge Merhiges serving.